Now, most Sundays, Usha will come with me to church. As I've told her and I've said publicly, and I'll say now in front of 10,000 of my closest friends, do I hope eventually that she is somehow moved by the same thing that I was moved in by church? Yeah, I honestly do wish that, because I believe in the Christian gospel, and I hope eventually my wife comes to see it the same way.
A few weeks later, while the audience was still grieving Charlie Kirk, Erika, his wife, who had just endured the greatest loss of her life, suddenly appeared again on stage, surrounded by lights and applause. The event was meant to be a solemn memorial at the University of Mississippi. Yet within minutes, the atmosphere shifted, and the unexpected moment turned the ceremony into a social media sensation. In front of the cameras, a tender exchange between Erika and Vice President J.D. Vance became one of the week's most viral clips. Every eye was on them, not only out of sympathy, but curiosity. Viewers couldn't believe what they were witnessing. The embrace, meant as a gesture of comfort, seemed different. A moment so close, so intimate, captured in slow motion.
Where it says, husbands, love your wife like Christ loves the church. And that's where it's that healthy balance of I love submitting to Charlie because he's a phenomenal leader. And the way that he loves me, melts me to want to be able to help. How can I help you? I mean, every single morning I ask him and he asks me, how can I be praying for you? How can I make your day better? And I ask him at the end of that, what can I do so that when you come home at the end of the night, what do you need at home?
Those words might have simply moved the audience. But in the current situation, when the person she embraced was already married, everything changed. The internet instantly went into full investigation mode. Viewers replayed the clip countless times, debating whether it was a moment of comfort or something the public wasn't ready to accept. Some even began asking a bigger question. Was something else happening behind the scenes? Soon, a new theory began spreading online. Many believed that J.D. Vance was preparing for a transformation, perhaps even a new political chapter, with Erika by his side as a professional partner. It was a bold idea, but one filled with complications as things started to grow more tangled than ever. Critics quickly voiced their opinions, questioning Erika's fast return to the stage and her leadership role. Only a few weeks after the tragedy, she was back as CEO of Turning Point USA, appearing focused and composed. Online, thousands of comments flooded in. Some praised her strength and her ability to lead through hardship. Others said she seemed more like a public figure than someone dealing with personal loss. The debate was intense, and everyone seemed to have something to say. In an interview, when asked about her family life, Erika smiled gently and said, "I don't cook every night, but when he comes home, I always wonder how I can help him feel a little more at peace after a long day." She spoke with calm confidence, then added, "I admire people who dare to speak their truth. Life is short. If something is real, it's worth saying." And truthfully, few were surprised when she stepped back into the spotlight that Charlie once stood in. For years, Erika had prepared for that role, always by her husband's side, sharing the same mission, the same message about faith, family, and traditional values. She was more than Charlie's wife. She was his partner, his reflection in the public eye. At every rally and in every broadcast, Erika appeared poised and confident, speaking for the faith and vision they built together. In a January 2025 interview, she had even described herself as a devoted partner in her marriage, saying it with a sincere smile. At the time, people thought she was simply showing her loyalty. No one could have imagined that just a few months later, Erika would be standing before tens of thousands, greeting another person on stage during an emotional moment. The moment that stirred so much attention happened at a Turning Point USA event, where the auditorium was filled with students eager to hear her speak about faith, strength, and healing. Erika stepped onto the stage and invited the audience to reconnect with their faith. She explained that although she was raised in a religious family, it wasn't until 2018 that she truly rediscovered her spiritual path. She spoke about courage, prayer, and how faith helped her heal from loss. Then, she invited her late husband's close friend, Vice President J.D. Vance, to join her on stage. The room fell silent. Erika hesitated, then said something that froze the audience. "No one can ever replace my husband, but I see some similarities in J.D." The crowd held its breath. Then J.D. Vance walked out, and what followed became an unforgettable moment. Erika greeted him warmly, leaning close and smiling softly. That short gesture, just a few seconds long, set the internet ablaze. Within hours, the clip had spread everywhere. Social media split in two. Some insisted it was a simple, respectful moment between friends. Others thought there was a deeper meaning in their expressions. Across forums, TikTok, and YouTube, every frame was analyzed as if it were part of an untold story. Was it sorrow or something more symbolic? The question echoed through millions of comments. But what drew the most attention wasn't just the gesture. It was the way Erika spoke about JD. Her tone warm and emotional, as if there was a strong sense of trust and respect between them. Some said there was a connection forming through shared experiences and faith. The understanding between them seemed impossible to ignore, especially as rumors began to spread that JD was going through personal and spiritual challenges in his own life, searching for new balance. The timing made everything even more striking, too coincidental to dismiss. And just when the viral storm reached its peak, Erika once again caught the public's attention with an emotional new statement.
That was one of the things that made them such good parents, that make them really very good people. And so I think I've seen the power of that in my own life. And I knew that JD was searching for something. This just felt right for him.
How do y'all merge two different faiths while still raising your children?
There are a lot of things that we just agree on, I think, especially when it comes to family life, how to raise our kids. And so I think the answer really is we just talk.
JD Vance's wife, Usha Chilakuri Vance, was actually in the audience that day. She saw everything unfold right before her eyes. From the stage lights to the thunderous applause, to the hug that completely silenced the auditorium. Every detail, the way JD approached, the subtle shift in Erika's posture, the tension that seemed to hang in the air, was captured in that one unforgettable moment. Later that evening, when asked about interfaith marriages, JD admitted he had chosen the Catholic path, while Usha continued practicing her Hindu faith. He shared softly, "Usha still goes to church with me most Sundays. I hope that one day she will feel the same faith that I feel." At first, it sounded harmless, almost tender. But then the clip with Erika went viral. Suddenly, no one saw it as a simple gesture. That look, that energy, made many believe this was the start of something far larger. JD's words, once casual, suddenly became a hint. Social media users started connecting dots, reading between the lines, convinced he had repeatedly hinted at marital struggles. The scrutiny intensified when clips of Erika lightly stroking his hair surfaced online. The reaction was immediate. People asked, "Wait, is his wife right there?" The timing couldn't have been more delicate. Once the internet smells suspicion, the search rarely stops. Anonymous accounts began reviving old theories, suggesting Erika might know more about Charlie's incident than she had ever disclosed. A source claiming experience in security training pointed out inconsistencies in the official timeline of the incident, noting that certain details didn't match the initial account. Then, a new rumor emerged. A transaction of about $350,000 was allegedly made to Erika a few weeks before Charlie died. She was also reportedly seen meeting with two mysterious individuals shortly afterward. What made the story explode further was what happened next. The company connected to the payment allegedly vanished from all records just 4 days after Charlie's death. From that moment, social media detectives officially went into overtime. Netizens began digging deeper into every aspect of the story. They rewatched old interviews, reread every caption, and dissected the speech Erika gave shortly after Charlie's passing. Many said there was something unsettling about her voice. Too smooth, too polished, like she was running a campaign instead of mourning. Then came Candace Owens, appearing as if right on cue. She publicly criticized Erika for appearing to smile in magazine cover shoots just weeks after the incident. But Erika didn't remain silent. She fired back, reminding everyone there are no rules for grief. She posted a long, emotional note about the non-linear nature of mourning. Some days you break down and pray for strength. Other days you smile at your child, realizing joy can return to a room once filled with sorrowful memories. The post went viral, but reactions were split. Some people felt it was genuine, while others insisted it appeared scripted, as if taken straight from a media playbook. When the hug clip exploded across social media, the story morphed from personal grief into a storm of faith, politics, and speculation. Rumors that no one publicly confirmed. Overnight, the internet divided into two distinct camps. One side believed Erika was simply finding her way to heal. The other side insisted she was hiding something deeper. Every photo, every video, every word she said was analyzed like evidence in a court of public opinion. Then all eyes turned to Turning Point USA, the organization Charlie had built with his life. According to multiple insiders, the atmosphere there had grown tense. They said Erika was presenting herself as the face of faith and freedom, yet she was avoiding the hardest questions. What truly happened, and why the public still hadn't received clear answers? An insider confirmed that no one knew whether to treat Erika as a grieving widow or as a rising figure in the political arena. Behind closed doors, Erika reportedly went into full strategy mode, holding meetings, planning communications, and preparing a series of new programs framed as community initiatives. What caught the most attention, however, was the guest list for these meetings. Not only were there familiar conservative faces, but also J.D. Vance's team of advisors. Immediately, speculation erupted that Erika and J.D. might have been quietly collaborating for months. Candace Owens continued to fan the flames, suggesting there could be a parallel political campaign between the two. From there, users on X and Reddit began spreading the so-called political repositioning theory. According to this theory, J.D. was allegedly using Erika's image, a woman of steadfastness, calmness, and strong faith, to soften his public image ahead of his political trajectory. Online, users quickly noticed striking coincidences. J.D. frequently used phrases in speeches like family revival, women of grace, and spiritual leadership, phrases Erika had used in her own speeches the previous year. Their appearances together at multiple events, podcasts, and even in promotional photos seem to share a similar tone. Coincidence? The internet didn't think so. But the true firestorm wasn't the politics. It was the emotion. Viewers noticed the way Erika looked at J.D., the softness in her voice when she spoke his name, and the tilt of her head when he laughed. Body language experts weighed in, pausing each frame of the viral clip to analyze every gesture. A TikTok video with over 3 million views highlighted one conclusion. It wasn't a mere comforting gesture. It was intimate, and perhaps revealed emotions words couldn't capture. One expert said, "A friend doesn't get comforted that way. It's a gesture of closeness, not compassion." Another slowed the clip, confirming it was J.D. who leaned in for the hug, not pulling away. The moment soon became known as the whisper moment. Many insisted they saw Erika lean in and whisper something that made J.D. laugh. Meanwhile, J.D.'s wife, Usha, remained silent. She didn't post, she didn't give interviews. Her silence only fueled speculation. Observers began reviewing her old interviews about marriage and faith, noting she often maintained distance when J.D.'s politics arose. Some believed she stayed quiet to protect her children. Others thought she suffered privately, waiting for the right time to leave peacefully. And others assumed she was simply maintaining a strong family image amid chaos. Candace Owens wasn't done. In her latest live stream, she claimed to have inside sources, insisting that J.D. and Erika had been in contact far more often than the public realized. She ended her statement with a line that sent social media into a frenzy. "There's something about this moment that doesn't feel right." Candace highlighted that while Erika spoke of spiritual purpose, J.D. spoke of legacy and faith, and somehow, their paths kept crossing at events, podcasts, and media appearances. Chat rooms erupted. One side accused Candace of seeking attention, but many agreed she was voicing suspicions already circulating in the public consciousness. Erika's supporters, however, refused to remain silent. They insisted she was unfairly judged, arguing that she was navigating grief, motherhood, and leadership simultaneously. The Pray for Erika movement quickly gained traction online, urging the public to allow her space to heal rather than turning her mourning into fodder for speculation. Because whether people believed she was hiding something or simply staying strong, one truth stood clear. This story was far from over. That hug, the spark that ignited a digital wildfire, became the anchor of every new headline. Every post Erika made seemed to fuel public curiosity. When she shared a photo standing next to J.D. at a TPUSA fundraiser, comment sections instantly turned into battlegrounds. One person wrote, "She's always seen with other people's husbands. Why?" Right below, another defended her. "She's doing the right thing, working for her faith. Don't judge." Chaos reigned, and the online debate showed no signs of slowing. Then the rumor mill intensified. Internet sleuths claimed they had traced the $350,000 transaction mentioned earlier. A YouTuber following the story from the beginning alleged that a small consulting firm with an unusual name had received a large payment days before Charlie's passing. Though unverified, the timing seemed too coincidental to ignore. Social media quickly seized upon this claim. Soon after, another detail caught fire online. The YouTuber reported that donations to J.D. Vance's campaign spiked during the same week. Coincidence? The public didn't think so. People scoured Erika's social media for patterns, comparing the emotional flow over time. Shortly after Charlie's death, she posted Bible verses about peace and rest. But 3 weeks later, her captions shifted to rebirth, divine mission, and new beginnings. The rapid transition left many asking, is she grieving or redefining herself? Some branded it pain marketing, a term that spread across platforms within hours. Just when viewers thought the story couldn't intensify further, older clips resurfaced. Videos years old showed Erika and JD sitting together during faith workshops. In one, JD smiled, calling her a woman of faith, and Erika returned the smile, saying, "You remind me so much of my husband." What seemed like an innocent remark suddenly went viral, shared repeatedly with captions like, "She said it before." No one noticed. Conservative circles amplified the story. Insiders grew worried. Some sponsors urged JD to distance himself from Erika until the public storm subsided, while others claimed it was simply a media effort to discredit both figures. Despite the controversy, Erika appeared unshaken. She recently shared a serene photo from her studio, where she often broadcasts live. The caption read, "Peace cannot be stolen when your heart is anchored in truth." Fans praised the post as philosophical. Critics labeled it coldly confident. Regardless, the message landed precisely where Erika intended. She was in control of her narrative. The big question remained, was she quietly healing or laying the groundwork for a new chapter? From the public's perspective, it was hard to tell. Then came another moment that would dominate discussions. Erika delivered a speech that silenced the room. Her voice was low, trembling just enough to seem genuine. She said, "Love doesn't need to be healed. Love needs to be remembered." A pause. Her eyes sparkled in the spotlight. "This pain did not take away my love for my husband. It only deepened it." The audience erupted in applause, though skepticism remained. Some dismissed it as stage drama, while others saw raw authenticity. And Candace Owens, predictably, was back in action. This time she wasn't just commenting. She assumed the role of investigator. In her live stream, she released what she claimed were leaked documents, including screenshots and messages from someone close to Charlie Kirk. Candace alleged these messages exposed conflicts between Charlie and major donors after controversial remarks on international affairs. She read one aloud, claiming it was from Charlie. "They want me to turn my back on Tucker. I'm not going to do that. I'd rather lose money than lose my principles." According to Candace, following that incident, a major donor withdrew a multi-million-dollar donation, triggering behind-the-scenes chain reactions. She criticized investigative agencies for selective disclosure, suggesting the public was only being told a curated version of events. Hidden truths, she said, remained buried in layers of power and influence. Then came her most explosive claim. Candace alleged a federal force was trying to cover up something far larger. She suggested Tyler Robinson, the suspect in Charlie's case, might have been unfairly framed. According to her, the story of Tyler contemplating leaving life was a tool to silence him before he could speak. Within hours, social media exploded. If any of Candace's assertions were true, the official narrative could unravel entirely. Meanwhile, Erika stayed composed. She continued posting Bible verses, sharing thoughtful captions, and projecting calm determination. Many observers began to believe she might be playing a far larger game than the public realized. Was she misunderstood, or a strategist who understood how to manipulate public perception? One thing was certain, Erika Kirk's name was trending nonstop. Each post, statement, or livestream added fuel to an already blazing fire of speculation. Candace pressed on, dissecting every inconsistency in the official story. She questioned the existence of Tyler Robinson's alleged confession, the ownership of the gun involved, and why federal agents from Connecticut were dispatched to a Utah case. She noted that witnesses claiming to see Tyler's arrest had connections to law enforcement. The internet erupted again. Candace went further, asserting Tyler might never have been on campus the day of the incident. If true, the official story demanded reconsideration. Her closing line shocked viewers. If Erika Kirk is as innocent as she claims, why does it feel like she always knows what will happen before anyone else? Within minutes, it was circulating across TikTok and YouTube, cementing Candace's position as the voice of speculation. And as public curiosity reached a fever pitch, Erika's calculated presence only intensified the debate. As Candace stirred the pot, Erika added her own measured fuel to the fire. In a Fox News interview, she insisted that the press should have full access to Tyler Robinson's trial. She pointed out that cameras had been present from day one, covering memorials and public statements. "Transparency is the way to let people know the truth," she said. Critics, of course, argued she was using tragedy to maintain the spotlight, blurring the line between grief and public image. Yet her supporters countered, emphasizing that her stance was about fairness and visibility, not attention-seeking. For them, Erika was demanding justice, ensuring no blind spots, no hidden truths. But suspicion persisted. Every interaction Erika had with JD, every event appearance, every podcast or fundraising photograph was meticulously analyzed. The controversial hug from months earlier remained central to the discussion. Millions of viewers replayed the clip, zooming in, slowing down, analyzing gestures and expressions frame by frame. To some, it was just a comforting gesture between two grieving individuals. To others, it hinted at a deeper, unspoken connection. Emotions were no longer private. They had become public property. Debates surged across platforms. "She's just warm. She hugs everyone like that," one user argued. Another countered, "No, there's something more there, something hidden." Yet another insisted, "It's not comfort, it's connection." Every frame of the clip became evidence in the unofficial court of public opinion. The hashtag #We'reWhisperMoment emerged, referencing a subtle action in the viral video where Erika allegedly leaned in close and whispered something that made JD laugh. Analysts and body language experts dissected every move. Did JD lean in or pull away? Was Erika initiating or merely participating? Every detail mattered, and the speculation was relentless. Meanwhile, JD's wife Usha maintained complete silence. She avoided interviews, social media posts, and public commentary. That silence only intensified scrutiny. Observers revisited her previous interviews discussing marriage and faith, noting how she seemed to distance herself whenever politics were mentioned. Some theorized she was protecting her children. Others speculated she endured private pain, waiting for the right moment to step back. Another camp suggested she focused on projecting a strong family image amid chaos. Whatever the truth, Usha's absence from the conversation became another element fueling public curiosity. Candace, true to form, continued her investigative crusade. She claimed inside sources confirmed more frequent contact between JD and Erika than reported. She dissected inconsistencies, questioning motives, timelines, and decisions. Her commentary often blurred the line between reporting and speculation, but it captivated millions. Social media users eagerly shared her streams, commenting on every revelation and conjecture. The story became a live, ongoing narrative, a blend of faith, politics, and personal drama, with Erika and JD at the center. Erika herself remained deliberate and composed. Her social media presence emphasized calm and faith-driven messaging. Yet, fans and critics alike scrutinized each post for hidden meaning or strategy. Was she quietly orchestrating her next move while the public remained distracted by drama? Was her poise a mask or a reflection of inner strength? Each photo, caption, or live broadcast was dissected for clues. The public debated endlessly, trying to decode motives and intentions. Then came a defining moment. Erika delivered a speech that held the audience in rapt attention. Her voice, low and measured, trembled slightly, adding authenticity without weakness. "Love doesn't need to be healed. Love needs to be remembered," she said. Pausing for effect, she continued, "This pain did not take away my love for my husband. It only deepened it." The audience responded with thunderous applause, yet skepticism lingered online. Critics called it dramatic performance. Supporters felt genuine emotion. The story had evolved far beyond personal grief. It had become a complex web of speculation, political analysis, and social commentary. Social media acted as a magnifying glass, amplifying every word, gesture, and post. The hug, the whispered moment, the speeches, the live streams, all were scrutinized relentlessly. Public opinion fractured into camps, some defending Erika, some suspicious of her actions, and some caught between empathy and doubt. Despite the chaos, Erika's strategic composure was evident. Every post seemed calculated yet natural, personal yet public-facing. Her supporters argued she was demonstrating resilience and faith, handling personal tragedy while remaining engaged with the public. Critics contended her approach blurred mourning and public image, turning emotion into narrative. Either way, Erika's control of her presence ensured that she remained the story, rather than the story overshadowing her. And the digital storm showed no signs of ending. Every new appearance, speech, or post reignited debate. Every interaction with JD sparked further conjecture. The internet demanded answers to questions that had no official resolution. Was Erika simply trying to heal, or was she carefully managing public perception? Was JD navigating personal decisions or orchestrating a strategic public partnership? The line between grief, image, and strategy had become impossible to separate. In conclusion, the saga surrounding Erika Kirk, JD Vance, Candace Owens, and Usha Chilakuri Vance is far from a simple narrative. It is a blend of human emotion, political tension, and media spectacle. Every moment, from a subtle hug to a viral speech, has been dissected, debated, and analyzed. Public curiosity and social media amplification have transformed private grief into a spectacle of faith, loyalty, and potential political maneuvering. As the story continues to unfold, one thing remains clear. Erika Kirk is at the center of a storm that shows no signs of abating. Every post, every speech, every public appearance keeps the world watching. Whether she is misunderstood, strategically positioning herself, or genuinely navigating grief, the story continues to evolve with relentless intensity. Social media, speculation, and public fascination will ensure that every move is observed, every word analyzed, and every gesture interpreted. The ultimate question lingers. Is this a journey of personal recovery, or the calculated beginning of a new chapter for Erika and JD? For now, the public waits, scrutinizes, and debates, knowing that the next move could change everything. And as the online and offline worlds collide, one thing is certain. The saga is far from over, and Erika Kirk remains in the eye of the storm,